So this is our All About Insects curriculum bundled through Nature Matters Academy. Here is the actual curriculum with the lessons, and then these are the nature journals that the students get when you purchase a bundle. So I'm just going to give you a quick example of one of our lessons. So each lesson starts with a question, and we've worked really hard to base all of our lessons on good teaching practices as well as educational theories. So they're based on social constructivism, the question, inquiry-based learning, place-based learning, because they're learning about insects in their own backyard, as well as experiential learning because they're going outside and they're actually doing these wonderful, fun, engaging hands-on activities. So each lesson starts with a question, and this question is basically what they should be able to answer after the end of the lesson. So they go outside, do an activity, and they should be able to answer this question. So this kind of describes what we call the nature mystery or the nature question. And then we have the learning objectives for our different age groups. And so pre-K, elementary, middle, and high school. And essentially each age group, they're expected to not only learn more, but to also do some additional activities to take it a step further. So what we really like about our lessons is that they're very efficient. You're not going to spend a ton of time reading and trying to gather materials and figure everything out and put it together, because we put the entire lesson in essentially 3 pages, sometimes 4. This one's 4 pages because we have a diagram. But the activity instructions are on a single page. We start out with videos that you can watch with the kids, and then we have the activities for the students. And again, this one, because of what they're doing in this activity, they need to have some diagrams. So we have that here for you to help. And then we have 1 page with the science. So essentially, this is a lot more than you'll probably ever need to know in order to teach this lesson. But it basically gives you, kids are going to come up with questions, and this is going to cover a lot of those questions that the kids are going to come up with. So essentially, our lessons are broken down into 3 pages. The nature mystery or the nature question of the day, and then the activity itself, and then an explanation of the science. And I'll show you over here in the journals that each lesson has essentially 2 pages in the journal. So 1 page for taking notes, so when they watch the video and when you talk about the lesson. The other page is for their actual activity. So when they go outside and they do the activity, this is a page where they're recording their observations, they're taking data, they're taking notes, and they're asking new questions. So these are the 2 actual journaling pages from the lessons, but you guys will see there's over 20 different self-directed activities in these journals, which is huge. That means you can get them outside during the day to do one of these fun activities, or you can send them home and assign it as homework. But typically, they're pretty fun to do. So you could say, all right, I want you to go home and do page 27 for homework over the weekend and then come back. And so these self-directed learning activities, they could be having a fun experience. It could be graphing, finding a shape in the clouds and talking about the different clouds. So a lot of our pages have these did you know boxes where it's explaining some of the science. And so the kids can read it on their own and learn something new. So we also have a project that's included in all of our curriculum. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yep. So the project with this one is an insect collection. So as they're going through and they're learning about bees and grasshoppers and true bugs and beetles and all these other types of insects, they can actually build an insect collection. So they can either do it from specimens or they can do it using photos. And it just depends on their ethic and what they believe in terms of and what you think is appropriate for your classroom. Are they going to take pictures and build an insect collection over that, or are they going to collect specimens? And do you want to do it individually or as a class? But we basically provide you with everything that you'll need. We'll provide you with tags for different types of insects. We provide you for identification cards where the kids can fill out the information every time they see an insect, and then even they're given a graph where they can graph that information. So this is our All About Insects curriculum bundle.